The role of the knowledge keeper has been integral to our civilization. Since ancient times, figures have emerged in society that beckon toward a more mysterious force at work, offering practices of lost arts that tug at the very fabric of our reality. Through history, they often appear as druids, court magicians, soothsayers, even alleged demonologists, and they have undeniably shaped the way that our civilization perceives the spiritual and the paranormal. Just a little precursor, guys, none of the figures that make this list are scary per se. Influential would be a better word, but hey, this channel is called Top 5 Scary Videos for a reason, am I right? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Top 5 Scary Videos, the scariest channel on YouTube. As always, I'll be your humble host, Jack Finch, as we peer once again into the mysterious world of the occult and take a look at the top 5 scariest occultists through history. Roll the clip.
Power, Lincoln. Real power comes not from hate, but from truth.
Before we dive into this video, horror fans, you know how it is. If you're a fan of this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe out and let us know your thoughts in the comment box down below. Make sure to stick around till the end where I'll be reading out some of your best comments from the past few days. Kicking off at number 5, Aleister Crowley. Born Edward Alexander Crowley on the 12th of October 1875, this guy is perhaps one of the most well-known occultists in the modern era, who identified himself as the prophet entrusted with guiding humanity into the Aeon of Horus, an occultist idea that existence is split into several defined ages of magic that was propagated in Crowley's own founded religion, Thelema. Aleister Crowley was born into a wealthy family in Royal Leamington Spa, Warwickshire, which seems to be becoming a theme here at Top 5 Scary Videos because that's also near where I grew up as a kid. Spooky, right? Crowley's life wasn't a boring one, that's a definite, collecting the titles of occultist, magician, poet, painter, novelist, even mountaineer, and was integral in fleshing out the parameters of modern occultism. During a trip to Cairo, Egypt, Crowley claimed to have been contacted by a supernatural entity named Awas that laid out to him the Book of the Law over a 3-day period, the sacred text that formed the basis for Thelema. Crowley believed in the power of magic, spelt with a K, which was an alignment of science and mysticism. He described this magic as the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with will. Coming in at number 4, Marie Laveau. Born Marie Catherine Laveau on September the 10th, 1801 in the French Quarter, Marie Laveau was a Louisiana Creole practitioner of voodoo, renowned across the southern United States and incredibly prolific in the New Orleans area. She was the daughter of Marguerite de Cantal and Charles Laveau Trudeau, a renowned politician. Marie Laveau practiced the arts of root work and herbalism combined with the conjuring arts of Native American and African spiritualism, gaining her the title of the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. The full extent of her voodoo practicing is unknown, but several historical records state that Marie Laveau traveled the streets of New Orleans with a mystical presence, stirring an air of fear in the locals with her seeing eye of knowledge. It is believed that she was often in the presence of her familiar, a snake named Zombie, thought to be an avatar of the lower god Damballa. Through her divinations and displays of herbalism, she became an important figure in Creole culture, a potent blend of folklore and ancient magics. Next up at number 3, Roger Bolingbroke, and we're going deep into British history to find this guy who was wrapped up in one of the most renowned cases of alleged treasonous sorcery against the English monarchy. I say treasonous sorcery, but in all reality, all this guy really did was write a horoscope, a magic horoscope that can predict when you die. Yeah. Roger Bolingbroke was a genius, incredibly well educated in the fields of astronomy and astrology. He was also a cleric, a magister, and an alleged necromancer, a practitioner of the arts of the dead, which is where he met his demise. Bolingbroke was part of Humphrey of Lancaster's household, the first Duke of Gloucester, and was the personal magister to the Duke's wife, Eleanor Cobham, who could pretty much have had her own spot on this list all on her own. The two of them, alongside a woman named Marjorie Germain, also known as the Witch of Eye, conspired to divine the death of Henry VI, the then King of England. As you can imagine, things didn't go to plan, and Roger Bolingbroke was hung, drawn and quartered, and his head was stuck on a spike on the London Bridge. With all that power of divination, he didn't see his own death coming. Funny how that works. isn't it? Swinging in at number 2, Ursula SOUTHEIL, who is definitely someone that saw her own death coming. In fact, she pretty much saw everything coming, if you're to believe the power of Ursula SOUTHEIL's prophecy. Better known as Mother Shipton, Ursula SOUTHEIL was born in 1488 and died in 1561, although publication of her written prophecies didn't appear until 1641, 80 years after her reported death. You may already know the legend of Mother Shipton, an ancient woman who allegedly predicted 9/11 and the whole 2012 Mayan calendar thing, the majority of which is pure speculation and fakery from sensationalists. The real legend of Mother Shipton began in a cave in Knaresborough, Yorkshire, alongside the petrifying well, a natural phenomena that causes slow calcification. She was a soothsayer, a wise woman who practiced herbalist medicine, telling fortunes for travellers and writing her esoteric prophecies in scripture for the Yorkshire locals. It wasn't until the Great Fire of London in 1666 that society paid any heed to her, although throughout her life the northern region of Yorkshire had already cemented her power of divination into their folklore. After London had burned to a crisp, a few members of the royal family noticed a stark coincidence. In a book that they'd read, the writings of a long dead Yorkshire mystic who saw in a vision the great city of London burning in the year 1666. And finally, at our number 1 spot, King Solomon. And it has to be perhaps the most mysterious and prominent figure in the whole of occultism. Both the prototype and archetype of the warrior and the magician, King Solomon is most widely associated with the Seal of Solomon, an ancient ring that purportedly had the power to banish and control demonic forces. He appears in many ancient texts throughout history: the Hebrew Bible, the Quran, and the Talmud, the central text of Rabbinic Judaism, all of which point to the fact that Solomon was an incredibly powerful and wise figure. In more contemporary themes, he is often associated with Freemasonry and the building of the Masonic Temple. In history though, his story is much more vague, although several texts allegedly allude to the all-powerful artifacts that were bestowed upon him to have control over the mystical arts. Although the most famous is his seal, the others are his key, also known as the Lesser Key of Solomon, a series of coded pentacles often associated with demonology, and his table, a tablet of stone that was said to be held by the Visigoths, yet was lost during the conquest of Iberia, fading into legend. Well, unfortunately folks, that's all we've got time for in today's video, but before we depart, let's read out some of your more creative comments from the past few days. Comrade Kajur says, "Keep up the beautifully scary and entertainingly narrated videos. These scary videos inspire me heavily as an artist, and I'm very thankful for that. It also makes you wonder about the universe in different interesting ways." Well, comrade, that's literally the highest praise I could ever get, and I'm glad that you find inspiration in the cosmic mysteries of the universe. Cheers, buddy. You keep it up. Grid Court says, "I love how you entertain your viewers and keeping everything so interesting. Keep it up, guys. And thank you for always respecting our requests." Well, Grid Court, thank you for being interested and entertained, and thank you all for keeping up the awesome requests. We can't do it without you. On that note, horror fans, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe out, and show us some love in the comment section below. As always, I've been your host, Jack Finch. You've been watching Top 5 Scary Videos, and until next time, you take it easy.